Polls continue to show President Biden receiving poor marks from voters when it comes to border security. Thank you for joining us on 13 on Your Side. I'm Vanessa Gongora. Today, he took action to try to stem the flow of undocumented migrants coming into the country. Natalie Brand has more details from the White House.
President Biden invited mayors from border cities to the White House as he announced a sweeping new executive action on immigration, blocking some migrants seeking asylum from entering the U.S.
I'm moving past public obstruction and using the executive authorities available to me as president to do what I can on my own to address the border.
The move would allow immigration officials to quickly deport migrants who enter the U.S. without an asylum appointment when the weekly average of illegal daily entries exceeds 2,500. With the most recent numbers showing an average of 3,800 a day, the new action is set to take effect right away.
Doing nothing is not an option. We have to act. We must act consistent with both our law and our values.
The policy, considered one of the most restrictive by a Democratic president in recent history, comes after bipartisan border security legislation stalled in Congress and with the president taking heat from both sides.
My question to him is, why did you wait until now if you were serious about doing it? The simple answer is he's not serious about securing the border.
What it really needs is a modernization of the entire legal immigration system and legal pathways and resources to process people.
The issue of resources could impact enforcement, according to Kathleen Bush Joseph of the Migration Policy Institute.
Without additional resources, it's unclear how much today's announcement will change the operational situation at the border.
Courts blocked similar immigration policies under the Trump administration. The ACLU is already saying it intends to sue over President Biden's new action. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
The Trump campaign responded, saying President Biden could shut down the border if he wanted. And Arizona Senator Mark Kelly also discussed the executive order signed by President Biden that tightens security at the southern border. Speaking outside of the White House, the senator called the order a good step forward in solving the border security crisis. He also pointed to the impact the crisis is having on his state, saying that Arizona deserves a real solution to the problem at the border.
And the last thing you want in any kind of major operation is a chaotic situation where the folks who are in charge, in this case the Border Patrol and CBP, just lose the ability to do their jobs and to do it safely. And that's what this policy gets to. It gets to that point.
And while Representative Raul Grijalva has a different stance, he released a statement reading this executive action represents a significant departure from President Biden's promise of a more humane and just approach to immigration. It tramples on the universal right to claim asylum and prevents migrants from attempting to legally access safety and security in the United States.